So you're trying to tell me the dude that said we can't let the inmates run the asylum is now ready to sign Colin Kaepernick? What kind of bullshit is this?
It's a young samurai, I smoke a spliff in the cup, and I pass a lot to my bro. No fuck with my flow. Couple bad bitches and a cup of that tro. So it's just THC.
BB and Jack Frost. Hey, yo, the fake out is in effect. So now, all of a sudden, the Houston Texans, of all teams, the Houston Texans, the guy that owns the Houston Texans is Bob Mcnair. Bob Mcnair is the guy that came out and said you can't have the patients running the asylum. He made that comment, or you can't have the prisoners running the prison. He basically, you get where I'm coming from, the type of comment that he made. I can't remember which one he made in particular currently, but he owns the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans just recently had their quarterback go down for the year, who was playing really, really well. One thing I will say about the Houston Texans is they're a good team. Last year, all they needed was a quarterback. They didn't have one, so they fell very, very short. This year, they had a quarterback. They were killing. They're a good team. Now, the problem with this whole they're looking at Colin Kaepernick situation is Colin Kaepernick is the guy who started the problem. Well, he didn't even really start the problem. The problem was started by freaking the president, Mr. Donald Trump, who was trying to deflect from some other crap that he was probably getting questioned about that he didn't want to answer, and therefore he brought up something that had absolutely nothing to do with whatever the hell they were probably questioning him about, and it just happened to be the NFL. I think Donald Trump, he just has a list. Like his PR team, right? They're like this. They're like, look, man, you just don't have the wits. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying intelligence. I'm saying he doesn't have the wits to, under direct questioning, not say certain things that's going to be harmful to whatever his cause is, his presidency, or whatever the hell the country. Under direct questioning, he's going to just F up. So they're like, yo, look, man, when you get certain questions, we got a guy in the crowd. And we got a guy in the crowd. And when certain questions come up, that guy is going to make a motion. So you don't answer that question. What you're going to do is you're going to deflect and say some other random shit that don't got nothing to do with the question. Therefore, you can't make us or yourself look bad. How about that? And he disagreed. He's like, yeah, winning. You know what I'm saying? I'm the best. Like whatever Trumpism that he got going on. So basically, Colin Kaepernick didn't really start all this crap, but it's been, it's basically been saying it's revolved around him. So now they have a new problem in the NFL because they're being ordered to release telephone information and text messages and emails and things like that just to prove that there was no collusion to keep Colin Kaepernick out of the NFL. Now, with that being said, Bob Mcnair, the guy that said you can't have let the inmates run the asylum or whatever euphemism he made in order to make that point that he was trying to make, that these guys are lesser than us and we can't let them be controlling anything. That's basically what he was saying. He has supposedly been in consideration of picking up Colin Kaepernick. Now, why is that? Now, that could be for multiple different reasons. One, I don't think it's going to happen. But two, if it does happen, that's because that information that he's going to have to release is probably pretty damning. He's probably going to... The stuff that because you got to think about it like this. If Colin Kaepernick actually do get picked up by a team, that means that there was no collusion. So that means that whatever case that there was, it can be thrown out. You understand? They can just forget about it if he gets picked up. Because then the argument is going to be, how could there be collusion if he got picked up? Somebody hired him. How could there be collusion? But what's going to happen if he doesn't get picked up is that anybody with a freaking ever seen football day in their life is going to look and say, but Colin Kaepernick is better than half of the quarterbacks out there starting. Because he is. This is fact. Then, if the owners want to say, then why did he leave 49ers? Because he did have an option to play this year for the 49ers, but he chose not to. I would have chose not to, and I don't even got the money he got. They have no offensive line. That was a business decision. I played for the 49ers. I'm not going to make it another year. I couldn't take last year getting whooped on all that time, running from my life for the second they said hike. I got to run for my life 48 plays out of the damn day. What kind of good that don't work, and they're not getting any offensive line help over there. If you haven't noticed, the quarterback they had this year, I think he just got injured. Did he get injured? I can't remember, but they want to get rid of him anyway, and they went and made a trade with New England for Garofalo. So now he's over there, but he's going to get killed also because they don't have an offensive line. So to be perfectly honest with you, I don't even think anybody's going to pick this guy up. And if somebody was to pick him up, I doubt very much it'll be Bob Mcnair. But if Bob Mcnair, who a lot of people believe should be put out of the league in the first place and have his team taken away from him because of the comments in which he made, which absolutely exude a racist freaking undertone in the first place. So a lot of people think that his team should be extracted from his companies in which he already owns. He might say, look, I'm over a barrel, spread eagle. I'm going to have to acquiesce and be the guy to take one for the team. Because all of the owners are in trouble. Because you got to believe that if at least 2 or 3 of these owners have these freaking emails out there where they're trying to say we're not picking up Colin Kaepernick, or Colin Kaepernick is bad for the team, or if anybody lets him back in the NFL, there's going to be problems, or whatever the case might be, anything along those lines, 2 or 3 of them has done it, all of them have done it. So you have to consider this. So anyway, breaking news. Colin Kaepernick is being considered by the Houston Texans for the quarterback position. Oh, and their reasoning, so we could just actually discuss football reasoning, that he would be able to acclimate to their system very quickly because they run things that he used to run when he was with the 49ers, which they do. So, I keep you appraised of the situation. But personally, my belief is they not picking up Colin Kaepernick. Not that team. If I was him, I wouldn't want to go to that team. But then, just, from a law, just from, as far as the things that they got going on in court, if they do extend a reasonable contract to him, because remember, he was making $16 million. He turned down $16 million to play for the 49ers this year. So if the Texans make a reasonable contract, give an offer to him, and he turn it down, does that hurt his chances in federal court? I believe he's in federal court, suing they're the one that's probing, I believe. Does that hurt his chances? Is he over a barrel? And if they do offer him a reasonable deal, is he under an obligation to take that deal? Anyway, I want to know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang. # Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. It feels good to be doing a feel-good story. It feels good to be doing a feel-good story. I love y'all. Keep each other safe. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.